So whenever you guys contact a restorer, there's proper ways to go about it. What we were just talking out there, like what was one thing that somebody just DMs you about?
Yeah.
Just like,
I mean,
an example of,
yeah.
What's an example when somebody just...
A perfect example is like, yo, I need my shoes cleaned. Yo, how much for Jordan 11 and Yellowing? Yo, how much for a sole swap? Like, how am I supposed to price? Okay, cool, this one guy gave me a Jordan 11, but I still can't see how bad the yellowing is to give you an accurate quote. Because what if I gave you a quote of $20 and your shoes are so piss yellow that I have to charge you $60? Now I'm screwed because I already gave you my word, and I'm probably just going to deny you because I don't want to do that work for so cheap. And then if you say, yo, how much for a sole swap? Well, what shoe are we talking about?
Yeah.
Is it a leather shoe? Is it a Durabug shoe? Is it a suede shoe? Do you have donors? Has anybody failed an attempt at restoring these before? Like, what I would say, for not just me, for customizers, for recon artists, for restorers, for painting artists that do canvases, anybody that you need, start off with your name. Start off with what you would like done. Start off with, maybe if you have a question, ask a question. Give us something that we can work off of instead of just, yo, I need something done. And then please, 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 I was talking to Solo the other day. He's kind of like me, but he has more leeway on it. When he creates something, he doesn't like to keep doing it. He does it until his passion for it is like, I want to start something new now.
Yeah.
When someone denies you or just like doesn't accept your work because, for me, a lot of people get kind of upset when I don't accept like decreases or super small work. Don't get upset. We aren't obligated to serve you. We would like to, maybe if the job was a little bit bigger, maybe if I wasn't already tired of doing that one job. But I mean, don't get so mad. Maybe if you want to know why, ask why in a proper way. But I mean, none of us are obligated to serve you, and none of us are required to take your excuse my language, but to take your shit. Because we're doing this out of our love of fixing shoes for people. So we can, just like how restaurants go, we can deny service. We can deny service too.
Yeah, and you have to understand that. If someone is running a business like this, you have to be really proper when contacting and, come with all the information that you want done, be prepared. Mm-hmm. Just like if you guys are doing like releases or something like that. Like you guys have your phone out, you guys have the link ready, somebody's going to like help you out with that. But I mean, please be proper when contacting the person that you want to ultimately work with, because I think that communication is important, not only because you want to, I guess, be updated with what's going on with the work, but also the final product. Mm-hmm. And that's going to, that's going to affect him. That's going to affect any other restorer that is into the game and whatnot. So I guess that's...
Yeah, and communication is a huge thing with me. And I know a bunch of my other buddies who I know are legit. Main reason is because we want to, like you said, keep them up to date. We want to make them feel like their shoes are safe with us. And I mean, good communication just makes the client worry less. Yeah. Because if you don't, a good example is people don't update their clients, and then they get really annoyed when they keep saying, hey, how are the shoes? Hey, are the shoes almost done? Mm-hmm. Hey, how are my shoes? Well, you can't get annoyed because you're not updating them. Mm-hmm. If you update them before they even ask you, sometimes they just go, oh, he answered my question already. I'm good. I don't have to worry about my shoe. Mm-hmm. So just come with your name, with what shoe you have, what year it is, what you need done. And I know some people are not educated on restorations or recons because it's a niche business. Just ask, hey, I have these shoes. I'll send you pictures. Can you let me know what your professional opinion, what you think we need done on this shoe? And then from there on, we're good. There's not because a lot of people who go, yo, I need something done. When I answer, hey, for quotes, I require pictures. And a lot of the time, they never answer back, or they left me on scene. So it's like, why are you wasting my time? Why are you wasting your time? Just, come correct, and everything just go by a whole lot faster.
Okay. So then you brought this one out, and...
Yeah. This is a donor right here for... so I guess we can go into better, like, in-depth for donors.
Okay.
These, I have no idea what the year it is, but it's a good donor. We're going to be using it for the 2000 infrareds for one of my clients. Let me show these guys right here. These are in really, really crispy condition. So I'm really excited for him. And dude, this guy has a very long story. I don't know if I'll tell it on here, but...
No, you don't have to go in depth with that. But, if you want to do that for a future video, you can. But...
Long story short, he got fucked over by a big guy. And he finally put trust in me to do his shoes. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, these are going to be super easy to take off too, since it's like a fly knit upper. And then I already know how to take the soles off.
So you want to go into that? Like, how would you actually remove this?
So the uppers, I would just soak in acetone.
Okay.
Not soak to the point where it'll damage it, but just enough to where you can swivel it around and it hits all the edges, and then 5 minutes later you'll be able to just pull it apart. I have a video on how to remove the outsoles, which is I use steam and boiling water, so go check that out. But I mean, with the acetone, I haven't showed how I do it yet. It's basically just throwing a little bit in there and then switching it around, and then boom, it comes off within 5 minutes later.
So a combination of heat and acetone would do the trick.
Yeah, because acetone nowadays it does nothing to the outsoles. Like, I don't know what glue they use. It's indestructible. They use, I have no idea, but when you use it for steam and you let it sit over steam for like a good 30 minutes, it comes right off.
Okay.
Easy peasy, yeah.
Cool.
So that's good donor work. Because everybody always asks me, where do I get donors? What should I look for? 2013 and up. Facebook, eBay, offer up if you can. Maybe people you know, and don't pay more than 50. Because I don't pay more than 50.
Does it matter if the shoe that is the donor, is it matter if it's new or used, or
no.
Is there a preference there?
Nah. I mean, I preferably new, but I mean, if you can get or if you have a used pair that you've worn and it's still really good, go right ahead. Just make sure that there's no deep scuffs or cuts into the donors. The color of the donor doesn't matter, because like I said earlier,
the paint anyways.
Yeah, I strip the paint, and all my repaints are included in sole swapping prices. So, I mean, the only thing I would say be aware of is the air unit. So if you're like me and you're like Marvin, and you have like a Lightning, you don't want an orange air unit on a yellow shoe, because that's not what it came with.
Right.
So
that's
you want
important. Yeah.
you want to find something that is similar, if not exactly the same as the shoe that you're swapping.
Or else somebody's gonna be calling your shoes.
Yeah. Hey, you got that orange air unit, dude. What is that?
Yeah, what are the Fugazi for?
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, it's gonna take a while, because there are a lot of donors, but not all of them are for your shoe, or the air unit's not for your shoe. So just take your time, don't rush it. I always have people who hit me up a month, and then a month later they finally found the shoe because the donor was perfect. So.
Okay, so now fitment. Same size,
so
size down, shaving with the Dremel.
Right here is your basic Dremel. I got this one from, I think I got it from Lowe's, and I paid probably like $25 to $30. It didn't come with this bit. It comes with more of a cone shaped bit, but you can buy attachments. And going back to it, you're probably not going to need that attachment just yet, but you will eventually.
So, I mean, if we're going to be using the Dremel, you're using it for the midsole and even the upper of the shoe?
For Durabook shoes, I use it on the uppers.
Okay.
If I'm not doing the Dremel, I'm using a fillet method that I got from A1.
Okay. Shout out to A1.
Yeah, shout out to him. That fillet method is it's really useful. But I mean, going back to fitment, that's something that you just learn. I can tell you how to do it. I can show you how I do it. I can give you a million ways to do it. You won't get it until you learn how to control this. Because it looks small, it looks easy to control, but this thing will go flying. Yeah. It will go flying. You'll be dremeling somewhere and it go boom, and then out of nowhere it happens to hit the outside of your donor, and it's all scratched up now.
Maybe not. In the beginner stages, this is more like an intermediate to advanced.
I mean, if you go from cleaning shoes to sole swaps, there's something wrong in your head, because you didn't re-dye a shoe, you didn't do touch-ups on a shoe for glue, you didn't even glue a shoe yet. So restoring is a step-by-step process. I did cleanings first, then I did repaints, and then I didn't even touch re-dyes. Re-dyes didn't come for a while. Re-glues didn't come for a while. It was really just repaints, deep cleans, and decreasing, and then everything else I had to learn on my own, because I didn't have a portfolio yet for other people to trust me. And I showed you in that first video we did, I ruined 2 people's shoes because I didn't know what I was doing with the glue. And luckily one of them was my brother, so I didn't get too much heat off of that. But I mean, now that I'm better now, it's a step-by-step process. You have to learn. You can't sole swap a shoe if you don't know how to re-glue a shoe.
So it's one of those where you can't go straight to the top unless you start from the bottom. Yeah. And one of your taglines is less rushing.
Yeah. Less rushing, more trusting in your process.
Yeah, so learning all these techniques as you guys move up the ladder, from cleanings to simple repaints to finally getting into the sole swap methods and all that stuff. I think that's a key way to learn how to do all this if you guys want to actually dive deep into the restoration game. So
I think one thing before we switch, just to go back to like the etiquette, also another thing for not just customers but for other restorers. A lot of people try and message me and try and get my methods. I mean, going back to how restoring is a step-by-step process, everything I know, like 90% of what I know, or 99, like 95%, it's my own methods. It's either it's my own methods that I've created and no one knows about, or it's methods that people have, but I learned on my own.